So I'm working on the tenons here, and I clamped the hinge to the back of the table here so that I had it in the right position. And then I measured the leg back from that corner. There's a 1/4 inch that has to be taken out here yet, but you want it to come flush with the leg there on the end. So then I removed the pin and marked out with a gauge, and I darkened the line a little bit so that I could see it. And I'm going to cut this with a table saw and then cut the cheeks by hand. So that's what we're up to. Well, I'm cutting the tenons now. So the first tenon is cut and fit into the swinging leg there. I got a 1/4 inch to take off back here yet, but overall the fit is pretty good, and of course it's not flush there because you got the 1/4 inch to take off. So but it's pretty close to here, just a hair, and it's just about dead on back here. So one done. Well, I debated whether to do this after I had glued it up or to do it as it is now, dry fitted. So I've decided to cut it while it's dry fitted. So we'll see how that works out in the long run. I'm taking a 1/4 inch off of these the corner so that the leg will fit. And we'll see how good of a job we did. Of course, I can always make it a little larger. It's probably a hair under, but we can do that with hand planes. Well, it seems like I had cut enough off. This is I just slipped it on there and closed it, and there is a small gap here, and it touches on the bottom. But that'll be easily solved by planing it. But you know, if I just lean on it a little bit here, it'll close tight. So I'm reasonably happy with that joint overall, and we'll worry about closing up the gap once I get further along. So now I think I'll start on the other side. So I'm cutting off the 1/4 inch. Well, here we are. I've put it together, and it's standing on its own 4 feet, and it is reasonably square. I can only clamp the front because we want the legs to move in the back, and the joints are pretty close. I'd like them a little tighter, but so you can move it out, and it swings out, and this one swings back pretty well. And of course it's not glued yet, so it'll be a little tighter then. The other one is a more troublesome joint. So on this side, this joint needs a bit more work. It closes pretty well. It needs a little bit of planing on there, but when I open it, it catches down here. So when it closes, you got to lift that corner there. So I'm going to have to take a little material off down there, but otherwise it's sitting there pretty good. So I got to fiddle with the back corners, and then the knee blocks, I guess, will be next.